Messi. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just when you think he's done everything, he comes up with something even more special. Nani.
Hello guys and welcome to episode 15 of Soccer Card Collective with Dan, Vince and Luke. How are you all? How you going, boys?
Good, Dan. What's happening?
Still alive.
Enjoying another week of what was that? Was that a big dong from the It sounded like a Chinese big dong that you would do at the start of a game or something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing right now.
Kicking us off well. I like it. I like it.
Game.
Yep. There we go.
Enjoying the week of international football.
Yeah, definitely.
More some good games.
Bit of a break from the domestic leagues, which is all right, but we've got Champions League and domestic leagues running back next week, so it should be good. Because I'll be honest, I don't love the international break unless it's a major tournament. I don't love the international break. Being completely honest with everyone.
I mean, it's qualifying for the big tournament, so.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'd rather just watch the finals, really. Qualifiers and stuff like I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. Like if it's on and I'll watch it, but I don't know. It's not something I go out of my way to watch. To be completely honest.
It's there's a few things to it. I mean, Italy didn't make the last World Cup, right? So qualifying was obviously significantly important for us, but now that they've increased teams in the World Cup, qualifying becomes a little bit more of a non-event, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of strange teams joining in the next couple of years. So,
in saying that, though, there's a fair few teams that are going to be going into the playoffs.
And could it be USA? As Positive said, how are you, man?
We're 3 minutes in recording this, and we're talking about the USA already. Jesus Christ!
Global sports
Positive
investors here as well.
Positive just knows how to push your buttons, mate. That's what it's become. Global, how are you?
It's coming on to piss me off, huh?
Yeah, mate. He's going to be here all day. Don't go anywhere, Positive, because we'll need you. Don't worry. We need a bit of colour. So what we're going to do is go into the recent international results. Then we've got a special guest for you, and then we've got a little thing that we've decided to give each other a bit of a challenge using our own cards, seeing if we can come up with a starting 11. But we'll start with a international week. Let's bring that up. There we go. I'm using live score as well because I felt that the Google app was not treating me well at all. So you can do all these really cool stuff.
How does this go for domestic? How does this go for domestic leagues? Does it look all right?
Well, it actually does. I don't know why I haven't been using it for now, but anyway, all good.
Some free
the people listening to the podcast
livescore.com.
Livescore.com. Correct. Like, look how nice it looks. Seriously.
Yeah, look at that.
Looks fantastic. And it does have the stats involved. So we're looking at Italy 1, Switzerland 1. Italy would have gone through to the World Cup with a win in this game. Unfortunately, didn't get the result that they wanted. Genuino missing a penalty in the dying minutes of this game, which was unfortunate. Switzerland is a pretty good team, though. So, in qualifying, you can drop points against them.
That was not a miss. That was like a cannon shot out of the stadium. That was a horrible miss. Horrible.
What do you do? What do you do?
Saucy's here as well in the chat.
I don't know. Penalties are one of those things that you expect to hit, and especially if you're Georginio, who scored so many over his career, you can't lynch him based on a couple like that. It is what it is. You're bound to miss a couple.
Yeah, but I mean, you're relying on him to qualify. It's not like a penalty; it was like a very important one.
He's also missed the one in the Euro. Like if it wasn't for Saka missing directly after. Maybe Saka scores that goal, then we go on to lose that game, and it's a lot more important that Jorginho missed, and something's in his head recently.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
Fortunately, that didn't happen. Can't live on what if, Stan.
Fortunately, exactly. At the end of the day, we've got the medal, and that's all that counts. The trophy.
Exactly.
Northern Ireland beat Lithuania 1-0. Moldova lost to Scotland 2-0. Keep rolling through to the big match, big game. England 5-0 over powerhouses Albania, with Harry Maguire coming up with a goal, sliding, doing the ears. Mate, tell you what, when cometh the hour, cometh the man, Harry Maguire answers the call. What are your thoughts?
I can't believe this was at home as well. I just realized it was at home. Fucking hell.
If you need him, he's there, man. He'll deliver. He'll come through.
Double for Harry Kane. Was it a hat-trick for Harry Kane?
A hat-trick, yeah.
Hat-trick for Harry Kane. Go lineup if you can.
Sure.
Reece James started. That's good to see.
Yeah. Was an interesting lineup. A lot of, in the midfield especially, like James and Chilwell from Chelsea. I was happy to see that. And then
especially Reece James.
Kane, Sterling, nice as well. And our best right back in the world was benched, apparently. It was Kyle Walker who played. So, interesting lineup. I mean,
well,
that's
why they got the 0. Isn't that why it's 5-0 instead of 5-2? Because he wasn't playing.
Yeah, I guess. But let's be honest. I mean, you take every win you can get. 5-0 is good for Kane because he was struggling at Spurs. You give a bit of confidence back in Maguire. Now he's the best defender in the world, according to himself. I guess like that celebration was brutal, man. If that was me and if I was my teammate, I would slap him in the face, like just act normal, bro. But no, I mean, it's like you cannot help that you have to play against Albania, right? It's the same with Belgium. They play like lesser teams basically every single time. So if you win, you win. It's just you're not gonna lose against these teams to just say like we're not gonna win because it's an easy team. You still have to win. So it's okay. Yeah, especially exactly. They don't want him to get injured for the big games, I guess.
I really like Phil Foden starting, and I think he got an assist in this game as well.
Yeah.
Which I really like about Live Score as well. We should be getting a sponsorship by them because you can see the assist. We have been missing out on some.
It's a great website.
Really, really good. I know. Tell me about it.
Great website.
Let's keep rolling through. So that's England. Argentina beat Uruguay. That's actually a pretty good result. Paulo Dybala with the assist.
That was a good goal.
Di Maria.
Nice goal. They are not qualified yet, though. Only.
Did Messi play?
Yes. No. I don't think he did. No. They're not qualified yet, though. Brazil is the only from the CONCACAF that's qualified already. Okay. So, but I mean, if they allow like 40 whatever teams, I'm sure they're gonna be there.
You'd think so. You'd hope so.
While we're on this Argentina side, you can tell that Messi is really giving it a red hot go to try to make this side and try to get in for the World Cup and give it a really last shout. What chances do you give to this Argentina side to win that World Cup?
None.
None.
Yeah.
None, you reckon?
No, I don't know. I mean, they've been basically had this lineup for the last 5-6 World Cups. As long as Messi
This one,
plays, Di Maria was there. I mean, okay, Lautaro Martinez not, but like Otamendi, it's just a defense that always lets them down. They're not defensively solid, and that's what you need for a World Cup. I mean, Otamendi is what, 35. Romero, I'm not sure how old he is,
he's
but
young. I think he's
younger. Yeah. Yeah, so not a lot of experience. So it's always the defense that lets him down because, I mean, look up front. Even without Messi, you have Dybala, Martinez, Di Maria. I'm not going to say Lo Celso is very good, but he's playing for a big international team. So, no, maybe 5% or something. I don't know.
5%?
Even with Messi.
Positives asking how many more games left to qualify. Do you know?
2. 1 or 2? Wait. Today is the last day, I think.
Yeah, I know tomorrow morning Italy's playing. Wouldn't mind checking that out.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at some of the other games. Oh, there's a big one. USA 2-0 over Mexico. We need to cover this one here. Now, this is one that got right. A lot of people were fired up for this one in the stories and the like. I think there were a lot of Mexican players with a bit of chit chat in the background, and looks like Pulisic let him know when he scored his goal. So we've got Pulisic putting them 1-0 up, and then Weston McKennie scoring to finalise a tie at 2-0. Did you guys catch any of the highlights, any of this in this game? And what does this mean for their chances?
Yeah, I've watched the goals, the highlights. Yeah, I mean, was it the 10th time they won 2-0 against Mexico or something? So it's not like it's something unbelievable. Pretty interesting though, because McKennie was getting a lot of slack that he wasn't like good and he was just an average player in this team, and Musa was the better player. I said that, like, I think last year when I watched the preparation games for the United States, I said Musa is going to be one of the better players in this team, and he really was. So it's nice to see him do well. But yeah, it wasn't Weah, it wasn't Pepe, it was the big boy Pulisic that made a difference. So yeah, I don't know. It's strange to see because I thought that this Mexico team was a lot better. If you would compare every single player to one of United States, I think they were maybe a bit better. But yeah, it's a team effort, I guess. So, but yeah, I mean, every single story was packed.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I believe it was one of those new Instagram features where there's you post your Pulisic and stuff like that. It happens every time. Post your Pulisic. I just turn off my Instagram when that happens.
I was gonna say, how good is that feature, by the way? Just being able to share stuff like that.
It's
pretty cool.
I saw it last week for the first time. I think it was the Socceroos Instagram page did it. It was like your favorite football moment or whatever. I made sure to tag them around there just to share it because it was pretty cool. I thought it was a good feature. I liked it. Good
to see Instagram coming up with their own features other than copying TikTok and Snapchat and then the like. It's good to see that they're coming out on their own. In terms of betting a better side, like they've got Lozano, Jimenez, Corona, Herrera. They've got a very, very good side. They've obviously got Ochoa in the back line. Vasquez, don't know a huge amount about him, but I mean, it's a solid lineup. I don't really know any of these backline players, in all honesty. I don't know if you guys do. Tyler Adams, the midfield's quite strong. I don't know. I do agree with you that maybe Mexico should have won that match, but we move on. Let's have a look at what some other games that we have there. Egypt 2-2 with Angola. I kind of just wanted to touch on this because our boy Salah played in this game here and didn't get the goal, but I watched him braze through a lot of their backline, which is to be expected, I guess.
Yeah.
Then we've got France with an 8-0 win over Kazakhstan. Mbappe scoring 4 goals. Historic 4 goals in this match.
Yeah, again, it's like only against Kazakhstan, but you still have to win those games. Then yeah, scoring 4. I think it was the first time since Fontana in, what was it, 1956 or something, or 667. I don't know, that a France player scored as many goals in a qualifying game or something. So again, you still have to score them, and they were pretty goals too. It's not like stupid, like deflecting stuff. It was were good goals. See Coman with the assists there. So yeah, it was a good game. Well, it was a good game. A lot of goals.
Great to see Theo Hernandez with 2 assists as well. He's a brilliant player. Brilliant player.
And then get to figure that they didn't win against, what was it, Hungary in the Euros. It's like, yeah, penalty. Yeah, Benzema scoring his goal again. Obviously, 2 goals. Yeah.
I don't know. What is it? Is it the fact that that's in an actual tournament compared to the lead up? Teams tend to G up a little bit for the international tournaments potentially.
Can you see? Sorry, I was doing something else. Can you jump in who played for France? I just want to see the lineup.
Come on, mate. We've got a podcast going on here. Everything else stops. Come on, mate.
For my own selfish,
there you go.
Griezmann, Benzema played double. How much does he read into this though? Playing against who they even play? Uppercamano started. That's all right.
They played Kazakhstan
as well. Kazakhstan 8-0. How much do you read into it? Did a lineup? Yeah, probably not a lot. That's a pretty strong squad though.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is Rabiot is not where he should be. He should be get out of there.
Yeah. But, can't even get in the Juventus lineup.
Yeah, well, that's the same with the with Pulisic, right? Like he cannot even get in the Chelsea lineup. But then he scores
for France. This is not USA.
Yeah. But still, I don't think Rabiot is. He's like the odd one out. It's like there's one that doesn't fit in this selection, and that's probably him.
I was playing that game with my daughter. Which one is not the same as the others?
Yeah, that would be him. I used to rate him. I used to like him. But the older he gets and the bigger teams he plays for, it just falls off. I would say.
Rabiot, was that Rabiot?
Yeah. It just not that good enough, I could say.
What do we think, guys, is a sneaky card play, Theo Hernandez? Because we pulled his of 10 in Carnival Hobby Breaks rookie card. I have the Chronicles, which is an immense pull in my book. But he is at the end of the day a left back. But if you're a Serie A watcher, you would have the opinion that he'd be one of the best left backs in the world today. What would your thoughts be?
I think I've said it on this podcast many times. Like the fullback, like the modern day fullback, is probably one of my favorite positions. Not just the ones you play as a wing back and are very attacking, but even like the more defensive ones. So for me, that's me personally. I reckon that's a great play. Does the market reflect that? Not really, because he's not scoring every week and doing all that sorts of stuff. But in terms of how important that position is these days, you can do a lot of damage if you have good fullbacks.
Very nice. Let's move on to the next pick, which is Belgium 3-1 over Estonia. Did you catch this, Vincent?
I watched this game. Terrible. We had a lot of possession, but we didn't do a lot with it. Games like this, we should win like 7-0. Something stupid like this. And it hurts to say, but Eden Hazard is done. He was horrible. He went 1-on-1 with the goalie. He had like a 10-meter like advance on the next guy on the defender because it was a through ball from Kevin De Bruyne. It was an amazing ball. I think he had like a 10-meter advantage. And I don't know. He was one caught up. Two, he wanted to dribble the goalie, but he failed. He fell over the goalie and stuff like that. Like if you were that Hazard in his time at Chelsea, that wasn't a 100% goal, and here it was like so hard, so painful to watch. Like he's done. Like especially for Belgium, I wouldn't even put him on the field again. It's like It's horrible. It's horrible to watch. And then we had to play Benteke because Lukaku was out, Batshuayi was out. Benteke did score a goal, and he hit the post as well, or the crossbar, so it was okay. But it's Carrasco was playing very well. I'm not a big fan of him, but he's been showing more and more, at least for me. So
I was actually just waiting. I was going to say, what do you think of Carrasco, and what do you think of him in general?
yeah, he was
He's a player I've heard a lot about more recently.
He was playing well, but again, it was against Estonia, so I'm not sure if he ends up against a better opponent because he does a lot of defending too. He runs back. He does the line like the whole game long.
Okay.
So it was a very good performance of him. We also had a goal, but Hazard needs to get out of there, man.
Yeah, does he come into the middle much?
Yeah, it does a bit of everything. Well? Yeah, it does a bit of everything. So it was I'm very surprised to see him play like this, but it was good. Yeah. It was a good performance.
How old is he? Just out of curiosity.
26.
26, okay.
Let me see.
He's been around for a little bit.
Give me a sec. Or maybe even younger. 28. 28,
okay.
So a bit older. Yeah. But yeah, it was again we won. It wasn't the best of performances. I think if we'd played against a better team, because the goal we conceded was just stupid. I guess if we played a little bit of a better team, we would, I think, draw or something. We didn't play that well. 75% possession. Jesus Christ. Yeah. We have a lot of possession. It's the same with the Spanish team. A lot of possession, but it's just, why would you need 75 if you don't score goals or score more goals or be like super dominant? Because we had some luck too in that game that we didn't concede more goals. But yeah, I mean, Estonia was, how much are they, like 70th in the world or something? I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah. And we play Wales tomorrow, so let's hope that goes better.
Yeah.
Positive. I tried to get the Borat Kazakhstan reference in there, but it went over the boys' head. We'll move to the next game. 2-2 Netherlands and Montenegro. What's going on with this team? They are not getting the results, it seems, in a game that they probably should have won.
These goals against that they conceded were just stupid. Was not paying attention. Was not like going all in against the attackers. Bit weak, losing concentration. I don't know what it is with these guys, but if you look at the lineup, I mean, if you look at the names themselves, that you should think that they would win a big tournament, or at least compete for it. But they're not. Somehow it doesn't click. It doesn't stay consistent. I don't know. They lose concentration. I'm not sure. But yeah, the goals they conceded, you should watch them. That's stupid.
Really?
Also, I mean, you have a lot of great names, but not too much experience in big tournaments. So, yeah.
Who scored for the other team? Were their own goals or something? Because I can't see any goals.
No, I think there were 2 subs that scored.
Oh, 2 subs that scored. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you should think like 2-0 up against a team like that. You should just close out the game. But
Turkey dominated Gibraltar as expected. What else have we got here? There was another game recently. Let's pull that up. Ireland beat Luxembourg, and the other game, well, the second last game that we wanted to look at was Portugal-Serbia. Portugal getting the loss against Serbia. Renato Sanchez scored in the first couple of minutes, and they thought that, it was going to be easy sailings from here. But Tadic on the 33rd minute, and on the 90th minute, Mitrovic comes up, scores the goal. Fucking belter of a goal as well. You got yellow carded in the celebration. But a great result for Serbia, and Portugal have to wait to see if they're able to qualify.
That celebration was wild. They stockpiled on top of each other. It was like 25 guys on top. It sounds wrong, but on top of each other, like celebrating.
All right. The bits
but was crazy to see. Again, like one of these games, like experience wins you the game. Tadic around for forever. Mitrovic scoring goals now again in the championship. Been around for forever, and they see it done. And then again, if you look at the lineup of Portugal, you think, well, they should beat anything on any given day, but it's not how it works.
And my boy
So where does-
Dusan Vlahovic, I showed you guys the cards that I've got of his. He didn't score
Yeah.
a goal in this game, but he was dangerous all game. He was causing trouble for Fonte in the defence all game. It was great to see. Great to see. They've got a good little side, Serbia. They really do. Milinkovic Savic is very good. Milinkovic, which is, he's been a good player for Fiorentina for a very long time.
So where does that leave Portugal now? What's
They'll probably
their sort of
qualify. I
circumstances?
I think they've still got a
So
few
they
more
can
games.
go into the playoffs still?
Yeah, they're second now in the table, and I think it's
Right.
like the best whatever gets to qualify, something like that. Let me see. Yeah, I mean they only lost one game, so 17 points. They'll probably qualify for these.
Yeah.
But again, it's one of these. Didn't they do the exact same thing when they qualified for the last year, 2016? They won. They just barely scraped through, and then they barely scraped through the group stages, and then they end up winning. So you know, if they get to the tournament, they'll be a tough one to beat. So they'll probably make it.
Yeah.
It's like Italy. There's not a qualifying if you don't go through a bit of pain.
Yeah, it's the same with France. The tournament teams, they just need some time to get going, and then
So some might say it makes you stronger. It makes the team stronger.
Good. A big game in our last one that we're covering is Spain over Sweden, 1-0 with much maligned player Alvaro Morata coming up with the goal. Now, he does cop a lot of flack, but he does score some goals every now and then. He misses a lot that he should score. But he does come up with it and got the win over Sweden coming off the bench. Sweden had a very good side. They started at top with Isak and Kulusevski, which is probably their strongest up top, if we don't include Ibrahimovic with that, who did come off the bench. But Spain had a decent side. I don't know. What were your thoughts, Vincent?
Yeah, I watched the full game. I think Sweden should have won this game. Forsberg had two Ronaldo-like chances where they dropped the ball over the middle of the pitch, and then it was on the far post. He tried to put it in twice on the volley. One he totally missed. Two was just barely missed next to the goal. So I think Sweden, they were really relying on the counter. Obviously, Spain had like 72% possession, and it was the whole game. But if Forsberg was a bit of the Forsberg we know from Leipzig or from the Euros, then this game was always Sweden's to win. It's just strange to see this Spain team comparing to the time where we had Torres and Casillas and all these great names. Same in the midfield. Like if you had Xavi, Iniesta in there, and now you have players I don't even Soler, and you have Vira, and you have players like Gavi and stuff like that. It's such a different team than when I think about Spain. But this was Sweden's to win, to be honest. Sweden could really win this game if they just finished the chances they had. Again, it was so funny because I was watching this game on ESPN, and the commentators were talking about how Morata isn't that great of a player. He lacks confidence. He can do stuff, but not always. And then he comes on and scores. He had some misses too. To be honest, he missed some opportunities as well. But I think if you would look at the best chances in the game, I think Sweden should have won this game.
It's so interesting you say that, because I did have a look at the stats before this conversation, and I obviously didn't watch any of the highlights or anything like that. So I saw 4 shots on target to 0, 72 possession to 28. And I thought, well, this game was pretty much all Spain. But you're saying it was obviously not all about what was in the stats.
No, not at all. Not at all. Again, Spain had a lot of possession. Were basically defending on Sweden's half. Sweden was dropping back, obviously, and then trying to break on the counter with Isak and Forsberg and all these guys. But Sweden had the better chances. Sweden, yeah. I guess if Forsberg had a good day, then they would have won this game.
Cool.
But it's hard to like they were defending for their lives, and then if you have to burst forward every single time you have the ball, it's hard because you still have good defenders in there with Azpilicueta, Busquets is still in there, Alba did a lot for Spain in this game, so yeah.
Good stuff. All right, that's perfect timing as well because we just wrapped up the international games and we have our special guest just come on board. Rick, how are you? Rick from Genuino, how are you?
Good, guys. How you doing? Thanks for having me on.
No worries at all. Did the link come through okay with the time difference and all that? It was a bit of an issue.
So, all good. I haven't arranged that many calls in Australia, so I had to figure out the time zone. But I moved back from the US to Europe, so it's much easier to manage being in Europe than it is the US. So this works perfectly. Yeah, so good evening to you guys.
Appreciate you coming on. So we'll get straight into it. Why don't you talk a little bit about the products and the website and what you guys have created and what you're looking to achieve with this project.
Awesome. Well, thanks for the opportunity to chat. Really, Genuino comes down to a couple of things. One is connecting fans to the moment when an athlete turns their performance into history. So that it all comes down to the game-worn jersey in that moment, and we want to give fans the ability to open these game-worn jerseys in digital packs in a consumer experience similar to Top Shot. You can go on our website. We've done 3 sellouts, pack drops so far. There'll be more upcoming. But the first thing is connecting the fan to physical jersey. The second is storytelling and communicating the history of clubs. Our launch partner is Fiorentina, or ACF Fiorentina in Italy, in Serie A football. Of course, we want to expand that into the future. So little by little, we'll continue to build with some new clubs. But right now, our focus is making sure we do a great launch and build a great product, so we can get Fiorentina into kind of a new realm. So we want to connect.
Frozen there for a second. Sorry, guys. We'll see if we can get Rick back. No, I think
I always
Rick's
think it's
frozen.
me. Every time someone phrases, I always think it's me.
No, it's all good. It's it sounds fantastic because I think that a lot of the issues that we found with Top Shot at least was whilst it was great, there wasn't much more than what you got. Like you got the highlight, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
But NFTs that are coming out with more utility behind them, and in this case, real world utility. We'll see if we can get Rick back on. Is brilliant to see, and I think that's what's going to allow these projects to stand the test of time up against others. We've talked about So Rare in the past, which has been brilliant. We'll get Rick back on. Rick, we lost you for a second, mate.
He's still on.
And he's still lost. He's still out. It's all right.
He's back.
You can hear me now. It's back okay, yeah. The internet sucks in Italy. I don't that's one of the downfalls. Some of it works great, and other times it's like very frustrating. Anyway, I lost you guys at, but I think maybe just trying to connect the fans who may be more crypto native use this experience when to create is mostly friendly. So people who
We lost him again.
His connection is terrible. It's terrible. Let's see if we can get it back. Mate, the Italians, I tell you what, they can do a lot of things, but they cannot get the internet working. I tell you what.
And we always complain about the NBN, Dan.
Oh, fuck,
The
yeah,
NBN,
exactly.
the NBN might actually be all right.
It might be all right. We might just need to shut our mouths a little bit.
Yeah.
The Italians, they do a lot of things right, but mate, the internet's no good.
He said give him 5 minutes. He's going to sort it out.
Hey,
Okay,
you never
well,
walk alone. So
How are you, man?
he's a true OG of Sorare. He's the one who makes the Sorare podcasts with Hybe. So he has a lot of interesting guests on. He knows a lot about Sorare. He's big in the game. So yeah.
Well, this sounds like it's a great time for you to come on because yeah, and definitely, guys, when we get Rick back on, ask as many questions as you want about this platform because I believe we're probably one of the only podcasts to ever interview someone in this marketplace. So you could be getting some really behind the scenes, or it's only in beta phase, so you can get some really good insights into a project that's just starting to come up and is licensed. It's not like it's from just people coming up with crap images and throwing them up as NFTs on OpenSea. This is actual license through individual clubs, and they're adding more on as time goes on.
If you want to go for it. Sorry. I was going to say, if you want to jump to the marketplace, we'll just have a look.
Absolutely. So we'll have a look at some of the things that you can purchase.
The marketplace was just launched, I believe, in the last week or so. If anyone in the chat is interested, join the Discord. The Discord, it's pretty active actually. There's a fair few people chatting in there, which is good. There's some pretty cool stuff here. The thing I love about Genuino so much is that the physical and digital connection. Like we were saying, the utility, how some of NFTs have pretty close to no utility. This one here, it's a bit different with the like these jumpers here. If you could just click on one of the limited edition ones there.
This one?
Yeah, click that for example.
So, what does it mean, limited edition out of 95? Like it's
so if you scroll down, you get the jersey of that player. So number 95, where is it? Go find number 9. Just find number 9s because this is the one I was looking at.
Number 9s, okay.
Yeah, you just need number 9. That's all you need.
Are we talking about my man?
Your man, all right. So you got to keep scrolling. I believe I wanted to get Rick to confirm this as well, but I believe some of them are signed, which is pretty cool too.
So this is another question I would love to ask him. Yes, love it. Love the questions coming through. We'll absolutely ask all of them. They're juicy, very, very juicy. I'd love to ask as well, like what, once somebody's bought one, you get the NFT and you get the, you also get the actual product itself. But then when you on-sell it, the next person, what do they get? Do they
get a jersey
get anything
as well? Yeah.
The jersey, like what's the thoughts?
Yeah.
I love it.
Their Fred NFT is asking for a mate. Is your mate's name Dom? Because I'm pretty sure he'd be buying a few of those up.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good question. What happens if you resell it? Do you have to send the shirt along?
Yeah. Shirt to the next guy.
I love this art, man. I really love it, especially the purple one. I think it looks amazing. Yeah.
I believe
really
they have
cool.
all three kits as well. They had the home, they had the third, which was a special drop, which is the yellow one, and there was the away as well, which is the red there.
Okay.
There's some really nice kits this year.
Yeah, I like the art too.
Oh, that's the fourth. Sorry.
So what if you buy these artworks? What you get then?
Here he is. He's back.
Oh, there you go.
Good time.
We've got a lot of questions for you while you're away. We've just been looking through the marketplace.
Oh no!
Oh, we've lost him again.
Can you hear us, Rick? Oh, mate, Italian internet is giving him no love whatsoever.
No.
All right, so
Okay,
we've
I think
got
he went past 9. I think he went past 9.
this one.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's the away shirt, but we'll click it.
Okay, let's have a look.
This is live content right here at its finest.
Brutal if you're listening to the podcast, but definitely bring up the Genuino website. So genuino.org, GENUINO.world. Sorry, I don't know why I said .org, .world, and check it out as well. It is an NFT that has just been released, partnered with Fiorentina at this stage. And where did you say 9 jersey? Dusan
So this one
Vlahovic,
here is
player.
Vlahovic's
You actually
jersey,
get
and
extra large.
yeah, I believe is this a player issue possibly? Because I thought you could just get whatever size you wanted, and you could just get the number on the back. Because I'm not fitting into an extra large. Let's be honest. But I believe these might be.
You can.
Yeah, this might be play issued or match worn. I'm not too sure. That's why I want to get clarification from Rick first. He's just trying something else. Oh, good.
Use the card to redeem the physical item or experience. Right. So there must be some kind of usability behind it.
Yeah.
So does that mean that you sell it and then you can redeem it? You go into when you're in Florence, you're walking down the street, you see a Fiorentina store, you can jump in with your NFT, show them, and you get a jersey potentially.
That would be nice.
Discount.
There's probably some stores that participate. Yeah,
could be another one.
Would be nice. It's interesting also that it took so long for companies and stuff to figure out that if the product has no utility, then not many people are interested. I guess. I mean, it sounds so obvious to me that if you just have something to collect, it's not gonna last. I've got Top Shots. It's just if they connect that to if you have 5 moments of the nets, you get a free drink or something. That's different. But just launching it like this and not having any added utility just seems strange to me.
That's what they've been doing with Top Shot, though. They've been doing, like, I believe the opening day, they had something where, like, if you had all these moments, you got to go to the game and stuff like that, and they had a big, experiencing there. So I think slowly, as these are getting, because that's still in beta too, like, as these get out of beta and into official, marketplaces or whatever they are, I can just see the utility getting even better.
Top Shot, was that now a that wasn't beta or?
No, I think it still is.
Oh, okay. I
think it still is.
Finished thing. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah. Yeah, another question I had, the licensed stuff with Fiorentina is definitely something interesting too. It's something when I look into NFTs, it's something I make sure I look at. It's something that I think is very important. You're not just getting some rip-off of a club or a celebrity or a person or something. Like, it's officially licensed and endorsed by them.
Yeah.
It's always good. Because otherwise we're going to end up with a PES situation where we're got all these fake kits and fake names.
Oh yeah.
And they just don't go down well. There's a third jersey there.
It's unlucky.
Here we go.
Does it work? I actually connected to my phone, so I'm tethered to my phone. Fingers crossed it works okay.
Looks great now.
It's a bad situation when the phone 4G is working a lot better than direct internet.
Cool.
So we're having a look through the marketplace. Yeah, absolutely. So I guess what we kind of wanted to know a little bit more about is the utility behind it, because it's a conversation that we've had for a while, comparing Top Shot and So Rare and what you can get out of them, and obviously traditional NFTs like Bored Apes and the like what's really the value in it. So maybe if you can talk to what you actually get if you were to purchase a jersey, what does it mean own it, and what's the utility behind it?
Yeah, so the way that you find their NFTs is through packs, like I said before, and in those packs there are 5 levels of cards. It goes from rookie, to not scarce to legend, which is always 1-to-1. It represents a physical item. So that's kind of the rarity structure. And the utility behind, of course, the legend card is it's a physical item. So how that functions is you open that card in a pack, and now you have a chance to either speculate on the value. So maybe you just want to trade it. Maybe you can sell it and flip it for a profit. At the moment, everything's been open for the most part in €5 packs. So for €5, you get 5 NFTs, and you have the ability to find these legend cards. So for €5, you can trade that, trade up in the marketplace. Or if you're the collector and you want to redeem the physical item, I'm not sure if you can see it here. I guess you have to be the owner, but there'll be a redeem button. So there, actually, you see it right there. So the redeem feature is you go and you put in your information, and we ship you the jersey, and that arrives to you in a beautiful consumer package, which is branded with Genuino and ACF Fiorentina. Those images are available. I guess if you scroll our Discord or check Twitter, you can probably see what those boxes look like. So that's the consumer experience.
They look really good. I gotta say, it's really cool. Especially if you're a Fiorentina supporter, that'd be such a good thing to get.
Yep. So thank you. And then so the other cards, they're the utility behind those and the reason to collect that. And I think myself, and it seems like you guys too. We haven't dug into what you guys are up to, but it seems awesome from the outside looking in. But I still collect football, American football and basketball cards, these kinds of things, and it's the same concept for the other NFTs in the collection. It's really a collector card. And the value of those, I guess, it'll be related to a couple things. Just who are collectors and who wants to collect these moments. Do these moments, all the NFTs on the jersey side represent matches? So are these important matches to different people? I know I'm a collector, so I have my own strategy within all of this on how I'm going to collect and which items I'm going to collect. I have the insider view of what's going to be released, but I don't get any special perks just by working for Genuino. So that's one side of it, and then the other side is, by collecting, you have the opportunity to win activations, not only with Genuino, so potentially more packs and more game-worn items, but activations with the team. So connections, I just had a call on this earlier with the team at Fiorentina, is just how can we involve the players so we can build that special connection between the players and the fans, because these these jerseys so the first season that we've released has only been the actual game jerseys for this year. They're not game worn yet. When we release season 2 packs in the next week or two, I'm not sure what the date is yet, you'll be able to find game worn jerseys from early season. And we want to connect those jerseys to the player and do some storytelling around that, because maybe it was a specific match. It was when that player scored a few goals, or the team won. It was a special moment. So, that's kind of the utility behind the other cards as well. And then you have the Dantes up here. The Dante represents, of course, Fiorentina is Florence, the heart of the Renaissance 500 years ago, and Dante is the poet that came from Florence and was really his writings led into the Renaissance. And we feel like we're in this digital Renaissance right now, period that's going on. So this NFT was meant to represent that. So a lot of the art, or I'd say all of the art that you'll see, I think we've only released a couple of the art items, which is Dante and Beauty Adorns Virtue. Those are all created by artists in the School of Comics in Florence, the University of Florence. So the artwork is pretty unique in itself. It's not just, we didn't just hire an artist to slap something together. We really put a lot of effort in the production quality of everything. And then the last piece, there's more pieces, but another piece is we went to the historical archives in Florence and pulled out special moments which relate both to the team and both to the city, which will be, I think some of those maybe haven't been released to the public before. So, storytelling, if there's utility in storytelling, connection to the team, and then rewards for collecting, which we call missions. And we just had our first mission winners. There was 4 of them, and the winner got 4 ultimate packs. Ultimate packs always means there'll be a physical item in it. So that was a pretty nice prize for winning the first mission. And then I think we're going to tie, we're really at a phase where we've built the product that works pretty well. We still have a few bugs in the system to work out, but now we really need to amplify our voice and kind of get our message out there on what we're doing. And our vision is to also use this as a platform to do interesting collaborations. So bring in brands who aren't typically tied to sports or maybe they just want to be tied to sports and do limited edition digital physical drops, whether that's a capsule collection of hoodies and t-shirts that represent the team or the brand, things like that. So, our vision is pretty wide. I think at the top there's sport, music, art, fashion. So these are things that we'll bring to our platform in the future. But right now our focus is making sure we continue to deliver for Fiorentina and create an awesome fan engagement experience for the fans.
There's definitely a lot of scope to the project itself, like you're saying there, like art, fashion, music, and a few different diversions there, which is really cool. We'll go with one of. Are we gonna go to questions now? Do you guys have anything else?
Go for it.
I was gonna say one that we had in the chat before was so if you redeem your jersey, for example, like your physical jersey, what happens to the NFT? Can you then on-sell it, and then does someone else get the chance to redeem a physical jersey? Like, how does that work?
So the mechanics are, again, if you get the legend card, you don't redeem it, it's a legend card, you can trade it in the marketplace.
Okay.
If you decide to redeem it, you redeem it. We ship it to you on the jersey. So we have our smart patch, which will be the apps. Hopefully, will be on the iOS and Android store soon. But you're able to just scan that tag with your phone, and you get all the geo and metadata from the jersey. So
That's awesome.
In the case of the game worns, it's scanned. The jersey has this a tag embedded into it. It's scanned by sensors, Internet of Technology, IoT sensors at the stadium, so it registers the transaction. So really, the other piece is bringing some authenticity, so you know what you're buying is real. Genuino means genuine, of course. So that's the genesis of everything that we're doing, is that we're bringing real products to consumers. But if you redeem the jersey and you hold on to it for a year or 2 years, and then you want to sell it, you can send it back to us. You can initiate a transaction with another consumer. You send it back to us. We of course scan the tag, which is easy, but we check to make sure that it's clean, no rips, no stains, no tears, things like that. And then we ship it to the new owner. So there'll still be
really cool.
the possibility to trade it into the future.
Yeah.
And the risk, we take the risk out of the transaction because we're able to verify the authenticity through the tag, and then make sure it's good and clean for the next consumer.
Yeah. That's a good answer.
Nice. Yeah.
I can see a lot of this being, a good comparison to cards, because obviously we're a soccer card podcast. We focus on predominantly the physical soccer cards, and then obviously rookies are a big focus. And one rookie that I have been collecting a fair bit of is Dusan Vlahovic as well. And I can see how, if he ends up being the player that I think he can potentially be, having a jersey or his card in the Genuino set could potentially be something that's significant later on. Is that kind of the philosophy behind what you're trying to achieve in terms of like that tie into that card market type collector?
Yeah, exactly. It's like opening up a pack and you have the autographed card, or you have the card that has a square of the jersey embedded into it. It's the same thing. And then obviously Vlahovic is. I think everybody here has high expectations for him, and we'll see if he stays with Fiorentina into the future or not. But I think that you cut out for a second, but I think you said Vlahovic, right?
I did, yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure. But so it's that, it's getting that rookie or that getting the card early on in a person's career, and we certify. So we're certifying using our technology, basically every game. And then I think it's not going to be every game worn jersey throughout the entire season. It's going to be the ones that potentially have the most value to fans and to the community. So we don't want to. I think if we released every jersey, maybe that takes away some of the rarity. So I think it's about $5 per game. Yeah. And so what we'll do before pack drops, our season 2 pack drop, is we'll have a list of all the available game worn jerseys that can be found in packs. So you'll know what you have the potential to get into the future, and certainly Vlahovic will be one of those, Castrovilli, another, and yes, and so I think that's exactly right. It's the same concept. I think it's a collector's universe in a sense. And then I just have one note to or one point that I wanted to make is that we've done 3 pack drops. We did our last one the weekend before last, which sold out, which is incredible. We only opened our marketplace on Tuesday, so our marketplace is now open. So you can start collecting cards now without there being packs available, and to do that, what we're using is XDAI, which is 1-to-1. It's a cryptocurrency that's pegged 1-to-1 with the US dollar. And for most people, you can go on to our website in our wallet section, or if you click that XDAI button at the top, there are, I think, 3 options. I'll wait till it loads here. So deposit XDAI. So to do that, you would go from, you might have Ethereum, or you might have a DAI token, DAI, that you then have to convert to XDAI. It sounds complicated, but it's pretty simple once you do it once. For anybody that's not familiar with the wallet,
I gave it a bit of a crack in the MetaMask wallet. It seemed pretty simple. Yep.
So we have a guide. I think we need to update it just to clarify a few things. But anyway, so that's one way, is to deposit XDAI. The other way is to go from Ethereum to DAI, and then DAI to XDAI. And then you can just transfer it to your wallet here. The other is, which may be more simple and maybe avoid some of the gas fees from Ethereum, is just deposit via credit card. So you're able to do that with Ramp. I think it's available everywhere except the US, because the US has some, you can't buy crypto with a credit card right now. I guess that's the way it is. Okay. And I guess, so those are the 2 options. And then any support there, find us in Discord, and we'll happily walk you through any wallet, any of the wallet process. But so the marketplace is open, and if you have XDAI in your account, you can bid on these different items. We're not actually doing, at the moment, we're kind of experimenting with a different way to buy. Where Top Shot, if I own an NFT, I list it and then you can buy it. We're basically saying all NFTs are available. So we show the entire population, and at any time you can go in and you could place a bid on an item, so that you'll get, if you want the Vlahovic jersey that's already in the marketplace, you can go in and you can place a bid on that item, and that person can say yes or no, type of a thing. And so you can kind of get a feel for like what potential value items might have, if people are willing to sell or not willing to sell. I think I think the positive's been good on that. I think it's different. Maybe in the future, people will want to just be able to buy, but this is kind of what we're experimenting with right now. We want to do things just a little bit differently. So yeah, that's the point I wanted to make, is that anybody can get in there and trade, buy, and sell in our marketplace right now, even if there's no packs available.
I did want to have a look at the Vlahovic myself to see if I can maybe snag one myself.
I think I've got to say, when the marketplace came up on Tuesday, that was the first thing I searched for. What the Vlahovic jerseys were.
Number 9.
For.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, number 9. I scrolled all the way down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No one's going to accept my €100 bid on that, I don't think.
Yeah.
Did you make a €100 bid? I think somebody bid on my. I have one. I promised that I obtained it by normal means. I didn't get a gift or anything from Genuino, but I promised. But somebody made a bid for, I think, €100, so 123 XDAI. but I'm not sure who that was yet. I said
Just
no.
decline that one. Yeah, of course. I
Yeah,
was going to
of
say.
course, yeah.
We might have to talk after the pod, mate. We might have
Yeah,
to strike
well,
a deal somehow.
off camera.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm always willing to negotiate. So.
Done.
I just had a question as well. So you're currently linked with Fiorentina. I think it was a question in the Discord the other day about how the club is sort of going to push it to the fans. I'm not sure. I didn't get to check if I got a reply to it, but is there any sort of anything you can share with us on that and how the club is sort of intertwined with this and how they plan on maybe rolling it out as well?
Yeah, so we actually just had a call with Fiorentina this morning here, and we have a close working relationship with Fiorentina. Gabriele, one of the co-founders, lives in Florence, and he's there multiple times a week. So working on everything was done in concert in the artwork, the whole program. And Fiorentina is owned by an Italian-American businessman, Rocco Conmiso. So he's kind of bringing maybe just kind of some American fan engagement type processes to the team. So this is kind of why the innovation or innovations being driven through Fiorentina. So it's a close working relationship in terms of kind of what you'll see from their end and their support of Genuino is we'll be working on over the next, well, it's really, these packs are going to be dropped the entire season. You'll start to see a lot more come from their side in terms of marketing because we have the ability to capture the fan, the collector, and the crypto savvy person. It's probably easier for us to get the crypto savvy people, but we want the fans to be involved in this too. We want them. The idea is to make it accessible to all fans because the price points for packs are there are 3 levels. There's the classic, the superior, and the ultimate. Ultimate always means there is a physical item, so those packs will be priced higher. You open the pack, you won't know which player you get, type of a thing. So there's still some mystery around it. The superior, I think, around 19, and you'll have it'll be a guaranteed elite and superstar, and then you'll have a higher chance at a legend card in those packs. And the classic packs are €5, so really accessible for everybody to get some pretty cool stuff. But to have so now that we've launched the marketplace, there'll be a lot more that comes out from the team side in concert with the team on the marketing side. We need to amplify our marketing at the moment just to be present in the market because I'm sure you guys are aware there's a lot going on. So Rare is doing great. I think we're a complementary product. I think we're bringing something different to the table than them, and we have some So Rare people involved that are excited about what we're doing as well.
Yeah, so, very cool. Very cool.
So yeah, but it really comes down to working closely with the team. So the next team that we bring on, it'll be the same scenario where we might not tell the story in the same way. So I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning, but really what we're doing is telling the 95-year history of Fiorentina. That's what they wanted out of this project. Yeah. And we went back and recreated the 95 years of jerseys in a digital format. So that took working with Fiorentina to go back in time and look at what these jerseys look like on images and then recreate them digitally because not all the physicals exist for 95 years of history.
Yeah, of course.
So that story, the story that we tell through selling packs of NFTs really it starts with the team and what story do they want to tell and how do they want to connect with their fans.
Yeah. Just to touch on something, you actually segues quite well. Were there any other clubs at the moment? I don't know how much you can say. Is there any other clubs in the maybe not in the works, but are there any that could be coming on board soon? Is it going to be focused on Serie A or will it be worldwide? And do you have like a dream club that you'd like to work with? Like you personally?
Good questions. So I definitely can't say much in terms of what's in the pipeline. I'm sure you guys can understand that. But I think we'll be able to have some tangible announcements here in the near future, which I think everybody will be excited about. It just kind of gives some credence to that. Hey, we're not a one-trick pony. In terms of teams that I would want to work with, I think here's and kind of our vision for outside of Europe or Serie A. Is I definitely want to continue working in Serie A. It's a natural connect. We're an Italian company, so it's a natural fit there. And we have a lot of Gabriele, the co-founder. I'm not a co-founder. I'm just a member of the team. It was founded by Gabriele and Eleonora, two Italians who created everything starting in 2018, really, is when they started developing the certification protocol. But Gabriele worked for Nike for 10 years, so he has a lot of relationships within Serie A and European football in general. So definitely kind of want to start there. That's our core Serie A. Continue to talk to some teams outside of Serie A in Europe. And then on the US side, which I'm a little bit more intimately involved with, is connecting to both the MLS ahead of in soccer there in the US ahead of the World Cup. So we have some, again, I can't say much, but we have some things that if they happen, it seems like they're likely to happen, will be pretty exciting and will be just a step outside of Europe. So, and then the last piece is the teams that I would like to work with are college sports in the US. The only thing that I can compare to football in Europe and the crazy passion is college football, American style football and basketball in the US. So I had one of the reasons I was in the US was to have some meetings with universities there. And that's kind of the idea now that the players are able to earn off their name, image, and likeness in college sports. And they're trying to find ways. There's things going on. Candy Digital is one of them. They're working directly with players to curate NFTs, but a lot of times the imagery from the jersey has to be removed because they don't have the rights to that. So we want to work in concert with the university, have them engage their fan in a new, meaningful way, and then also give the ability for athletes to earn off their name, image, and likeness. So that's kind of, that's my, if we were able to make it work with even a couple universities that have strong brands, I think that'd be a big home run for us. So, yeah. But yes, I definitely we're kind of methodical. We spend a lot of time building the product. We'll stay focused on Fiorentina, and then hopefully you'll start to see some announcements leak out about new relationships and partnerships in the next month or so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it sounds good. Just one for the other two boys. Who do you want to see on Genuino's platform in terms of sport? Give us a club each, Colin.
That's going to be Juventus for me. I'd absolutely I'd love to see a Juve Genuino, but yeah, he's got the Chelsea behind him. And I was just thinking, when you guys said MLS, straight away FC Dallas. If you had a Pepe, I think that your first $50,000 NFT would be sold straight away. I think that's the hype around Pepe at the moment. Luke, did you have some
Dallas?
Yeah.
Well, I can talk to you maybe afterwards about FC Dallas.
Okay.
Oh wow! There we go.
I love it. That's us and the 4 people who are watching as well. That's awesome. And then when we get it out, then there'll be a lot more. Lukey, if you've got some packs to rip.
Yeah, I do. Let's go.
It's share your screen. I'll bring it up. And look, Fiorentina's still got some unreal historic players. You could bring like a Baggio, Batistuta is one that comes to mind. Even Toldo. Like there's some brilliant players from their history that people will be chomping at the bit to get.
The Nintendo jerseys, I think, they won't be physical, unfortunately, but the digital ones will be pretty hot, I believe.
For sure. Yeah, the Nintendo ones are so cool.
All right, let's do it. Hopefully I don't leak any information about myself doing this, but we'll see. All right, unwrapping.
It looks clean right now. Maybe hit the volume button on the right over there.
Oh, yeah. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
I opened this on my phone last time, so I can't remember what the thing was like. First one.
Feel me, baby. Let's go.
We're going 50-50 on these, aren't we, Lukey?
Yeah, definitely. So we got a
Just making
96-97 away jersey from the Italian Super Cup.
It's a win over Milan. That's a nice victory.
There we go.
I got a Scudetto.
Scudetto.
Nice. And
I
is
think
it
that was
three in
your
these
first
packs?
Scudetto.
Yeah. Is it
There's
3 in these
5,
packs?
so I think
Five.
you have to. Yep, you have to scroll to the left or right.
Okay. And then I've got a 1959-60 away jersey, Italian Cup win over Torino.
With the Scudetto, I do like the fact that it says the points and the record as well.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have it loaded up, but for each one of these, we have the really a blurb on what happened during that game and that day. So that's
Cool.
kind
If I
of.
click on it, if I click on it, does it tell me?
I don't know if we have it uploaded here yet, but
Okay.
open the last one, and then there should be some
See what we
data.
got. Yeah. 96-97.
There you go.
Third
You got
Nice
the
one.
lead.
Leeds,
Control
that's a
Napoli.
nice one. I like that. Their jerseys are so cool. It's a nice Reebok as well.
Yeah.
It's Napoli too.
It's a draw. That's what I like to see. Not a Napoli loss.
It is the Napoli
Yeah,
game.
it feels a little bit foreign to celebrate the losses, but maybe I think though that some of those losses were actually special moments in time for one reason or another. That's why we created cards for them.
Yep. All right, let's go. Pack 2.
Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck to all of us.
I do like the sound effects. Pretty nice.
Yeah, so
Thank
even
you.
the animation for this, I like it.
Yeah, I really like it. It's nice.
5 cards left. All right, let's do one at a time. Oh,
Well, there we go.
Italian Cup 2000. Let me scroll up a little bit. 96-97 home jersey.
5-1 against Lazio. There we go.
1967.
Let me load these up.
59-60 away jersey.
Nice.
I love how
Pretty
this
good.
ties, like the Fiorentina jerseys tie into the city so well with
the new
their
one.
historic game.
That's
that they
not
play.
a physical one, is it? No.
No, it's a. I
No.
don't think so.
No.
They were also rookie though.
No,
so-
no.
Yeah. The legend ones are, yeah?
Yep. Only the legend cards are the physical. Here, I'm gonna try to
come
pull
on.
Yep.
up.
Last one. Come on.
Legend, yeah. Legend, yeah.
Good luck.
Oh,
Lead.
elite. 66-67 away jersey. That's a really nice top the third as well for Fiorentina this season.
Yeah.
I like it.
I feel like the fact it's also like pretty historical. It's not only like 2010, 2020 or something. It goes back to like 50s and stuff like that. I really like the historic aspect of that. It's not
So I
only
feel
like hype up stuff, but it's just like history as well, which is really nice. It's
I feel
nice
like-
to
Yeah,
see the change between that and more modern products that get released, because it's always about the modern and the newest thing. So I really like the historical effect, aspect of it. It's really nice.
Yeah, so we'll have 95 years of history when it all comes out.
Yeah.
So I don't think any of the early stuff has been released yet, or hasn't been put in packs from 1926. But there'll be some engagement behind a lot of these here. I'm gonna read. So I'm gonna. Oh, you closed the card. Read off one of the cards that you collected.
Hold on.
I was just gonna read the blurb behind one of them.
Yeah,
Let me
great.
just share my screen again. Oh no, what have I done? Oh no.
You ruined
I've
it.
clicked the wrong thing.
Oh
That's
no.
Good. That's all right. I'm back.
Now Rick's going to send us more packs. Well, come on.
Nice catch, you guys.
It's a shame.
Well played.
All right, we're back.
You got it?
There you go.
All right,
Cool,
boys,
alright,
choose one of
so-
them. What do we want to see?
Go to the far right one, the elite.
Far right, yeah. 66-67 away jersey.
All right, here, give me 1 second.
Was it season 1, series 1? D60.
66, 67 away. Okay, here.
Sorry,
On April
Superstar. Apparently, the Superstar Italian Cup was a good hit.
Was it?
1 of 9, apparently. Is
We've
that
hit the
right?
jackpot,
Yeah.
boys.
Nice one.
We've hit the jackpot, boys.
Let's go. Hold on a second. Superstar. Guys, come on. Let's go.
We've done
I'm
it.
gonna read the blurb real quick. So, on April 23rd, 1967, ACF Fiorentina hosted Torino FC at Stadio Comunale for the 29th day of the tournament. In the first half of the game, the two teams fought on equal terms, but none managed to score. At the 53rd minute, a goal from Desisti, who was nicknamed Picchio, Woodpecker in Italian, by his supporters, broke the balance, and the Viola brought 3 points home. That's the story.
Nice.
Wow.
That's awesome. As I mean, like, it sort of ties back into how the club was going to sort of present this to the fans and stuff. I feel like any Fiorentina fan would get really into this, especially the ones in Italy that have been following it, their whole life and stuff like that. If they're part of the crypto and the NFT community, this is, bread and butter for them. This would be so cool to collect.
Yeah.
Yep. I think it's. I think one of the challenges is maybe not all fans. Maybe they're of course not crypto native, but maybe they're just not digitally native. I think that's one thing we're going to focus on is to really communicate how to use our platform to fans, Fiorentina fans. So I think Fiorentina fans is going to be a core base, and then I really think one of the things that we have the potential to build, and that we've already seen, is to bring in people, especially in the US, who weren't Fiorentina fans or don't follow Serie A or don't follow Fiorentina. But we have a few people now, because they were interested in Top Shot, they like what we're doing, who are checking in on games and commenting on scores and players. So I think that's really have a good opportunity to open the fan base up wide to a new audience, especially as I think US fans are ahead of the World Cup in 2026. I just see the sport really continuing to grow there. So that I think is the opportunity.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Can we click on that Italian Cup there?
Yeah, sorry. I'll check on it. One minute.
Let's have a look. I'd love to see that. What you mentioned about the American game growing is completely right in the soccer card market as well. We're really finding that Americans are seeing parallels with obviously their own collecting through cards, and are really gravitating towards American players like the Weston McKennies, the Pulisic, obviously, and even some up and coming players in the MLS, which is great to see. And maybe to a fault, because us Europeans can say that we think that players are better than them, and we should be paying this amount because players playing in Serie A or in the Premier League and should pay more for that than an up and comer in the MLS. But we really do see that the Americans tend to have a lot of patriotic values that pushes them to spend money, essentially.
Yeah, totally.
You can't get in there at all?
No, I can't click on it. If I hover over the top.
You might.
So maybe I think you have to close out of the pack opening, and then you can go to your collection.
And I can have a look. Yep. It'd be nice if my mouse worked. Give me 1 sec. Proceed.
Oh yeah,
I'm guessing.
proceed.
Congratulations, you have added 5 new collectibles to your collection. Check out your collection. So I got 15 cards because I had some other stuff from a pack that I won. Thank you for that again, the giveaway that you did.
Oh, you're welcome. Which the trophies was the superstar card that you had?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay.
So I got 2 Scudettos there. So if I click on that, it's loading. There we go.
Scroll down. There'll be some data on the item itself. So,
6 of
9.
But
this wasn't.
Wow.
There we go.
Did you say you got a number 1?
Scroll up a little bit if you can, Lukey. So edition 6 of 1. 6 of 9, sorry.
6 of 9, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Here we go.
Right on. So yeah, and then below you'll see, I mean, since it's a digital item, you'll see, unpacked by you. We minted it, of course, and then here's the information about the artist, who, if he has social media, if he or she does, be listed below.
Yeah,
so you'll be able to see who created it.
So that's those 2 links there. Okay.
Yep.
So that little blurb thing that you're reading out before, is there a way to see that on the on here?
I don't think so yet. So I'm gonna ask
Yeah.
what our integration plan is with those.
That'd be really
For the
cool.
moment, what we've been doing is if you share it on social media, we kind of retweet and tell the story. That's kind of how we're putting it out right now. I have to find out on our strategy for putting the text into that shouldn't be that hard. It's just a database at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I'll check in on that.
I think it'd be a really good addition.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd love to see how you tie this in with artists and music artists as well. Love to see some Italian singers on there as well from my childhood. Some Eros or something. Maybe the Sfera Basta as well. He's a big rapper over there.
Daniel, are you Italian heritage?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Are you from Italy or just?
My parents are first generation Italians. They were born in Italy, and I've done exchanges in Italy a fair bit. I was over there recently, so very, very ingrained. Big Juventus fan, and being a Juventus fan, I shouldn't be this excited about a Fiorentina launch because we're supposed to be bitter rivals.
I felt exactly the same, to be honest. Why am I so excited about this Fiorentina launch?
Yeah, I know.
I'm so excited.
But
this is exactly what we're trying to achieve. It's working.
Yeah.
Well, it's working.
Absolutely.
My co-founder is an AC Milan fan. He grew up in Milan, so of course he's not going to change his allegiance. But anyway, I think he has a passion and a heart for Fiorentina. Of course, now I have to work on them with this project.
I was going to say just on Daniel's comment about music. Is there any sort of I know you were saying the focus right now is on sport, but is there any sort of idea on what sort of maybe genre or type of music is going to be the focus of that? Like, will it be? I know EDM's big over there. I went to Italy 2 years ago, and there was lots of big techno festivals and stuff like that. And how maybe utility would work behind that, if you can collaborate.
Yeah, I think it's all of its ideas at this point. We did do a music project before, actually, which I'll talk a little bit about. But I think the artists that we'd want to bring in are people who maybe understand the value, and that might be EDM artists. I don't know, but understand the value behind digital assets and potentially music. I think we could do something really cool. Where parts of a song, or maybe a song or a specially made song is made for one of our NFTs that's created by an artist. I think that's
definitely.
We want to create kind of some exclusivity and have some cool collabs. I think that's a little, maybe a twinge of sneaker culture type vibe to what we're building. So some really cool collaborations with artists and musicians is something we have. Again, probably next year. I don't think we're going to kick off anything this year, but that's the vision for the business in general. We actually did, before the marketplace was ready, there's Subsonica. Are you familiar with them? They're an Italian rock band. They have
you Dan?
They have a niche following.
No.
But they're kind of one of their lead. I don't think it's a lead singer, but one of the musicians in Subsonica is named Busta, and he's kind of went out on his own and done some of his own projects. But so we did a collaboration with him where he created, it was basically art that was created by a Marvel Comics artist and Busta, and they created song and art together, and a collaboration that's on I think it's not OpenSea, it's on Maker's Place right now, so I can send you the link for that. But it was the music that he created was connected to this magic square concept where, you know, if you add the numbers left and right, they all equal the same values. It was kind of beyond my comprehension, but it was really it was really super creative, and I think he definitely sold some of his NFTs. I think it was too early in the sense that not enough people in Italy know about NFTs and the value behind them. And exactly, this is it. You found it. So so this is the first. So this can give you an idea of how we see art and music coming into the mix. We actually, to kind of fit our digital physical model, that tape at the top. Some of the NFTs, again, there's some still available on Maker's Place. You get a physical of that cassette with the artwork that comes in a old school cassette case.
That's cool.
So the NFTs, there's music, there's the art. Everything's in this article actually. So check that out and let me know what you think. But that is probably the vision for how we bring things into the Genuino marketplace in the future.
Yeah,
Nice.
You can call me Jamie from the Joe Rogan Experience. But it's interesting because I heard Gary Vee talk about this pretty much exact thing. How music artists have the opportunity to produce their own through NFTs and give back 30% to the people and retain 70 potentially, and kind of have collectibles and ongoing sales from there. This is just the beginning, in all honesty, and you guys are driving it, which is brilliant to see. It's been great having you on. You've been really generous with your time. Wouldn't mind having a chat with you after the outro as well. That'd be great. Thank you for everything. Is there any last plugs you wanted to give before we wrap up?
Well, so first off, thanks for having me on, guys. Daniel, Luke, Vincent, nice to meet you. I would just say the only plugs is, right now we want to, get people, make people aware of what we're doing, and that starts. Join us on Twitter, join us in Discord, and start chatting. And we want to really build, like everybody, but we want to build a good community of people who like what we're up to and give us ideas. I think we're super open-minded to community feedback, and that's the power of decentralization and this phase that we're going through. So please, please jump into Twitter and Discord and give us your feedback and your opinions. We'd love to hear it.
I can vouch for it, because you know how some people who run projects are like, oh yeah, we take community feedback on board. You guys genuinely do. You reply to everything in the Discord. It's really good. It's really good.
Oh, thanks for that. We try.
Yeah. You're doing a good job so far, I gotta say.
Thank you.
Love it. So that's another episode in the books. The Soccer Card Collective, episode 15. Catch us on Spotify and where are we? On all the different YouTube platforms and all the other podcast platforms.
Apple
Check us
Podcast.
out on all of them. We're all over the place. From Dan, Luke, Vince, and Rick, have a great week. We'll catch you next week. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Soccer Card Collective on the Double Coverage Media Network. If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell icon to know when we go live. Also, feel free to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time. Peace.